Gentlemen, let's do a little bit of moving. Yeah? So we haven't talked about it at all, but we should talk about stance. For shooting, feet spread apart, knees bent, like this low, wide, aggressive type of posture, this is what we want. Now, we didn't talk about it earlier. Does this matter a whole lot when you're standing still? I would say no. Not a lot. I mean, it gives you a little bit of stability if you're kind of swinging the gun around some or something like that, but for the most part, not a big deal how you stand when you're shooting static. But now, like I said, we're going to start moving, so we want to ingrain the habit. Feet spread apart, knees bent, 50-50 weight distribution, ready to move. The idea is, if I stand like this, and I want to get going, mount the gun, look, as you can see here, whoops, oh, staccato's been dropped twice. Good thing it's not loaded. Otherwise, we might be fucked. All right, so, but you, that would have been bad for you maybe, Leo. Yeah, but, oh, she's recording it, yeah. This is going on YouTube. It's going to be amazing. All right, but the style that we want to ingrain is like this, where it's like guns mounted, move a little, mount the gun, slow down, stop, that kind of thing, right? Where we pick up time is that as I mount the gun and I'm slowing down and stabilizing into where I'm going to stand, can I be shooting? If the target's close enough and I register the confirmation I want, yes, I can be shooting. Okay. Now that's the style that we want. Like you set up wide, you move aggressively. Now to ingrain that, this drill's a little bit fruity. Come on over here. It's a little bit strange. Now I don't want to drop it. We'll make a couple of examples. What I'm going to do is shoot each target with 2 rounds, go to the other side of the stick and shoot each target with 2 rounds. Now, what would I not like about that? It looks slow, and I would say there's this big break in the action. Now, what I'd like is that you disconnect what your lower body's doing from your upper body. Like, if I'm stepping over here and say, okay, I'm supposed to shoot these targets, am I going to wait till I stabilize or just react to what I see? I should react to what I see. I'll make another example for you here. That look different? Right, so that was a fluid deal. It was like I'm shooting fluidly from one side of the stick to the other. For those of you, the USPSA shooters here, we're not looking at this like a fault line where we'd start dinging a guy with foot faults. Instead, this stick is something to force you to take a step. That's all I want, where it's a little bit awkward and you take one step while you're shooting. Ideally, it's like I cannot hear the fact that there's a stick there is one way to think about it. Like it's all fluid, it's all happening at the same time. Does that make sense to everybody? That's what we want. Okay, a couple of notes. We're shooting at close range. Make sure you're looking center of the brown. If you look at brown, you'll hit brown, but it'll be everywhere. I want you to be disciplined, look to small spots. You can shoot very, very quickly and gather up a lot of points. It's very nice. With me so far? Okay, over here, we're gonna be doing lateral as well. So if I long step like this, notice I cannot easily get my feet spread out. So instead, what I'd like you to do is cross step and just go slightly forward like this. That's gonna make it much, much easier. Okay, now, again, the stick is just a contrived thing to force you to take a step. This isn't stuff that you actually do, but it just gets you in the mindset. It's like, oh, I'm moving this way, look this way, set myself up and be shooting when my sights tell me, that kind of thing. That's what we're looking to get out of this. Make sense to everybody? Okay, let's get to it. Okay, we're working this drill, bar hop. We've been working it for a bit. Any observations so far? It is harder than it looks to get your feet coordinated. Now we're going to make it even harder, so I'll be changing up the confirmation on the targets, and you're going to have to do 2 movements. So the sequence this time will be step across while you engage the lower A zone. Transition to the other target, shoot the upper A zone. As you move back, shoot the lower A zone, transition to the other upper A zone, and shoot that. I'm sure nobody picked up on that. I'll make a demo for you. All right, So as you can see here, lower A zones, flash of red, you shoot. I do want you to like try to put him in the middle. The credit card's a little bit small. I should have looked up higher here. This is a good spot, just the tip of the credit card. But our target in any case is not anywhere on the, it's not anywhere on the robot head. Does that make sense? Like look at a spot. If you look at the whole head, sometimes you miss it. If you at least look at a small spot, you don't miss the head. Does that make sense? Now, what are you seeing here from the movement? Is notice how I'm moving on the easy target and I'm planted for the difficult one. Let me do it again. Make sure you see this. See what I mean there? I'm planted where I need to be and I'm moving where I can is one way to think about it. This is very similar to the type of footwork that we want, where I'm comfortable shooting when I stop, make a precise shot, shoot while moving, make a precise shot, that kind of thing. We want to have that skill. Make sense? Yep. All right, cool. Let's get to it.